What's poppin', YouTube Nation? This your boy Ramon coming to you live from Ramon Crocodilians Productions. Today's video is gonna be about some things like I'm gonna say A Quiet Place 2, like pretty much what I enjoyed from it. I love how they did the aliens, how they had the teeth. The listeners were off the chain. I love how John Krasinski introduced the aliens into the movie. I just love every aspect of this movie because it inspired me to write my own version. Not like how he did it, but a whole different story. A Quiet Place Part 2 inspired me a lot because I feel like this pandemic were the real life aliens. The coronavirus were the real life aliens. So technically we already face the aliens, and that's the coronavirus. Only difference is they were made out of a lab. And look, in the pandemic, go listen to this song, Time Today, Money Bag Yo. Like he said in that song, the hate be so real, the love be fake. Look at how people are hating each other since the pandemic. Look at how people are not loving each other. What would happen if we actually did face the aliens, like the listeners? We would have to come together as humanity to survive. We would have to connect with each other. People ain't doing that. But yeah, I love the music to A Quiet Place. I love the shots, the different camera angles, the camera movements they used in this movie. The cinematography was way on point. And I forgot to tell y'all in that video where I did A Quiet Place Part 2, the movie review a few weeks ago, I forgot to tell y'all they shot this movie in 35 millimeters. That's actually quite interesting because I've learned that 16 millimeters is actually more important than 35 millimeters because 16 millimeters, it lets you get your shots out, just like with the 35, but it all depends on the storyline. So you get your cameras depending on your story, what kind of story you tell. But I love how they went with the 35 millimeters to be different because of how John Krasinski went with his story. He felt the 35 millimeters were more established and astounding to making this movie, and I enjoyed that. And yeah, sorry y'all, these are my new headphones. It just came in today. Yeah, I love every aspect of that movie. A Quiet Place Part 2, definitely one of the best movies of the year. It needs to make the Oscars next year. Same thing with Godzilla vs. Kong. It's time for people to start loving monster movies again and give monster movies the respect they deserve. Cause I ain't gonna lie, some of these movies that made it to the Oscars should have been replaced by Godzilla vs. Kong. I think people are just, the Oscars, they not looking at monster movies like, oh, these are just monsters, they don't belong in cinema. False. Because we have monsters in our society today. People who ghost, I consider them monsters. People who don't treat you right, they monsters. People who shoot, kill, rob, stab, they monsters. Police, a lot of policemen, they monsters. Well, people that ghost, I wouldn't really consider them monsters. I would consider them just jerks. But the other stuff I just said, them other people, yeah, they monsters. But the catch is, they could be good monsters too. I'd rather be a good monster. Because I know once I have that beast mode going on, once I turn that beast mode on, that's a wrap. But other than that, I love how A Quiet Place, they had the perfect cast. The right cast for that movie. That's what also made this movie work. Paramount Pictures, y'all did a fantastic job at distributing this movie. John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, etc. And the other cast, y'all did an incredible job on this movie. Keep it up. I hope we see A Quiet Place Part 3 soon. For sure. I would love to see John Krasinski and whoever the owner is of the Xenomorphs. I would love to see y'all do a crossover film with the listeners and the Xenomorphs. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that happen. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to drop a video for y'all today. What do y'all think? Do y'all think we should get a listeners versus Xenomorphs crossover film? I think so, personally, because the listeners, they were quite big and they were fast and strong. The Xenomorphs were strong too, but they had that acid, so they were stealthy because they could hide in the dark because of their color. It'll be interesting, and I will also see how would the face huggers react to the listeners. That's quite interesting. I feel like the listeners will probably just slice, and then the listeners have them long claws too, and then the Xenomorphs had them tongues. See, perfect match. I feel like the listeners will probably scratch them face huggers up if they can catch them in time, or they'll bite them up and eat them. I don't know. It'll be a fantastic movie to see. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to drop a video for y'all today. Let me know what y'all think. Time to get to 1,000 subscribers. Anybody who watching this video that haven't subscribed yet, stay tuned. Y'all might want to subscribe, because if y'all don't, y'all gonna miss the party. I may not be having nothing big going on my channel right now, but it's coming. It's coming. It's in the works. I'm not rushing nothing. I'm not finna rush anything right now, because I know my channel is not perfect right now, but it's gonna get right. It's gonna get bigger as time goes on. So yeah. Yeah, have a great day. Adios.